Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are taking a look at hedge funds buying AMC, how the shorts need money, the checkmate move, and many more in this video. Firstly, let's take a look at this. Well, look what we have here. It looks like the hedge funds and insiders have been buying AMC according to Robinhood level 2 data. Well, we can see two screenshots, and firstly, what we can see here is again at the hedge funds of seeing how much they are buying into AMC. What's more importantly is understanding for Q1 right now, it seemingly looks like there are zero volume in terms of hedge funds selling the AMC shares. So this is obviously very important, and it lets us understand that right now they value their AMC shares. They firstly understand that AMC at this price is extremely undervalued, but not to mention they are not willing to sell the AMC shares, showing that it is one of their prized assets. We already know that hedge funds and institutions have been buying into AMC, and remember, when we talk about hedge funds, we are also including in the short sellers of AMC as well, because we have seen short sellers in the past actually buying into AMC. So it looks like the consensus for the hedge fund industry, whether it's just the normal hedge funds or the short sellers, they are all looking at buying into AMC, and I'm not surprised that they are doing that. Another thing is also taking a look at the insiders who are also buying into AMC. Many people have always been talking about this, but this is just a good indication, understanding that if insiders are obviously willing to buy into AMC, that means they have good projections for the longevity of AMC, and that's exactly what we are seeing here. But understanding that the most important part is obviously how hedge funds are buying into AMC, how we're seeing institutions buying into AMC, how the institutional ownership has been increasing, and the fact that there was zero selling for Q1 of 2024, showing how much they treasure their AMC shares. Now, onto something that I think is quite important and I think it's quite big, which is Virtue Financial announces proposed opportunities of private offering of $500 million of their notes due 2031. So this is what they're asking. They're asking for a $500 million borrow. Now, every time AMC asks for money, people are always going on and on in terms of the negatives about AMC. But yet when Virtue, a short seller of AMC and just a short firm in general, asks for a loan, we are not seeing much negativity on this. Now, the reason why I'm covering this is talking and highlighting the fact that short sellers, including Virtue Financial, are all in need of money. Firstly, what we talked about here, they are buying into AMC, they're not willing to sell AMC, showing that they are again wrong on their bet of short selling AMC. Now we're looking at the fact that they are trying to borrow money. This is a clear and obvious indication that shorts are not doing well, that shorts need more money. Remember, if Virtue haven't added on to any more existing positions of AMC, they still need the money to be paying off all the cost to borrow costs, and if they are, then it would make even more sense of why they're trying to borrow money to create more synthetics, so obviously pressure AMC down. And so what we're seeing right now is a weakening of how much the shorts have in terms of liquidity, and understanding that they are on the verge of giving up as long as they can't raise any more money, obviously. But there's another big reason why they need money, and it's also the checkmate move that we could be looking at. So Roaring Kitty just sent out this meme today, where it's obviously taking a look at the picture saying options basic 101 with a shocked face. Now, what the reason for this is, I think, got to do with this, and I think is very, very important, and it links to why hedge funds and short sellers are scared. You can see here, you can route shares to a dark pool, but you can't route exercise options into the dark pool. The enemy knows this, Kitty knows this, and knows he has one shot at this, hence the size of his call options in the money. So we have to break this down into a few parts to make sure everyone truly understands. One of the biggest reasons for why you don't see AMC and GME going up despite all these buys are because the buy shares, the buy orders are routed into the dark pool, and because it was routed in the dark pool, the pressure doesn't actually hit the market, meaning that even though many people are buying into AMC, but because it's not in the lit exchange, AMC price actually won't go up, and the only thing he sees is possibly the sell pressure, which is making the price go down. And so that's why they always route their shares into the dark pool. Now, if you can't route options, exercise options into dark pool, it means that actual buy pressure would hit the market, which means that under normal circumstances, when people buy 5 million, or in this case 12 million shares of AMC or GME, it will obviously affect the price. And that's exactly what the Roaring Kitty has. He obviously has his options, which if exercised can have 12 million shares. And this is why we're taking a look at this of Options Basics 101. Remember, he just uploaded this today. So it's very important, and it's why we could be looking at the checkmate move. And it further explains why the short sellers are in need of money. But to look at some other reasons why the short sellers are screwed, firstly, it's taking a look at how AMC and GME are both suffering the same manipulation. What we can see here is the AMC chart movement, and you can see how it's pretty much the same as the GME movement. So this is what they're obviously doing, and remember, it costs money for them to be doing this. It costs them money, it costs them time, but yet they're still willing to do this for AMC and GME. Ask yourself, why are they willing to do that if they're not bothered about these positions? Furthermore, if you take a look at this right now, what a shit show. No wonder the price never moves up, and if it does, it crashes right back down. AMC trading is rigged. I ain't leaving till more figure it out and we beat these crooked funds. Algos can be overwhelmed with enough ask slapping in due time. So what we're seeing is obviously understanding how AMC and GME is obviously suffering the HFT, high frequency trading, and it also suffers spoofing. If you take a look at here, and one of the biggest reasons for why AMC always you see it suffer going down, firstly is the constant trading, but it's also understanding the massive sell orders that come through. You can see here highlighted, we have a block of 10,000 selling of AMC and a block of 10,000. What you can see here is GSCO, and you can see this on both. You can see it here as well. Now, GSCO is the Goldman Sachs route. So this is obviously Goldman Sachs doing this, and we have been exposing them, or specifically Crystal Ball has been doing the research every single day to show the spoofing that has been done on this. And so this, firstly, like I said, cost money. You guys can also see that Virtue is actually involved in this as well. If you take a look at the screenshot of Virtue, VIRT, and this cost money. So firstly, what we understand is that one of the biggest reasons for why AMC is always fluctuating in price, and why the reason why it goes down instantly even when it goes up, is because of the spoofing. But it also, like I said, and you can see a lot of the video today is linking to this part of why Virtue Financial wants to borrow $500 million. They are spending their money, or rather sinking their money, in a lot of different methods because they need to use it to suppress AMC, whether that's with paying the cost to borrow, whether that's creating more synthetics, or whether that's spoofing AMC. They are spending all of this money. And you can see here, this is why shorts are scared right now. FINRA charges ACS execution services with failing to locate over 10 million short sales since 2017, also known as naked short selling. So right now we are seeing more and more firms getting fined, and this is going to be something that's going to be normal in the future, because what we have right now is obviously the CAT system, which is exposing this, but this is just bringing light into understanding how pretty much a lot of these execution services, a lot of these brokers out there, they are all affiliating with the short sellers with naked short selling. And this is only one of the small scale where we're looking at 10 million. We are looking at others with hundreds of millions, with billions of shares, and we're also seeing big banks also do this as well. And so this is going to be something, like I said, normal in the future, but this is to also highlight how they are suppressing AMC, how they are suppressing GME. Furthermore, and I don't want to take you guys' time with the whole line, but what we have to understand is never in the worst nightmare scenario did they think retail will be here after 3 years. So this is the biggest thing. We have always talked about shorts are trapped, and people saying that shorts aren't trapped. But you have to understand is that when shorts first made a decision to short both GME and AMC, they thought that people who bought into it were going to leave after maybe a week, or maybe a month, or at the very longest, half a year. But what they didn't realize, and I don't think anyone would have expected this, is that we are still here after 3 years. And this is the reason for why they are scared. This is the reason why you always see on media of the bashing of AMC, the bashing of GME. You can see, despite, and especially in AMC cases, you can see the peers in the industry, they are all getting praises from the media. But yet when it comes to AMC, the biggest chain that are out there, we are not getting the praise that we deserve. We are getting the hate that doesn't exist for AMC, that shouldn't exist for AMC, yet they are hating on us. And remember, the reason why they do that is to try and create the false narrative to make you guys sell your shares. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'll catch you guys next time.